Hey, guys.
Hey.
That looks a little bit better, but I still ain't got it figured out what the hell.
Yeah, we all have a glitch here and there. You know, that's the way it is.
Yep, that's no problem. You look great, Blaine.
You do. You're looking so healthy.
Yep.
I'm so proud.
And his voice is getting stronger. Thank you, Jeff. We've got a very special guest tonight. He's got over 20 years of experience as a self-taught cryptozoologist, and he specializes in Bigfoot hunting. Blaine's talked to him a good bit, and Blaine tells me things that he's learned from him, and I'm just shocked. You know, this is really great. And I thought I had a paranormal library. Blaine says that this guy's library is bigger than mine, and that's saying a lot.
That's a lot, man.
So let's bring Josh on. Come on in, Josh. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
So good to see you. I like your hat.
How's it going, man?
That's perfect.
Well, thank you very much. I like it too.
Really, really cool.
My wife had it designed for my channel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. I'm glad your wife is being supportive, you know, because Bigfoot hunting is that's physical danger. You know, ghost hunting is not so physical compared to Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot.
No color. I don't know. I'm weird about it. Like I refuse to say I'm going Sasquatch or Cynocephalus dogman hunting, because that's showing me as a predatory nature to them, and that tells it I'm hunting for either to take you with your life, or I am here to exploit you. I bypass that, and I use the term like I'm going explorer, or an expedition, or the visiting. I never use hunt. I just think it's the greatest species.
You're right. It is degrading.
Sorry, I have respect for them.
Yeah. Of course. And you know, that's what I was taught also, because they are intelligent beings and they do deserve that kind of respect. And, you know, I feel like that is one of the reasons why, even though cryptids is not really something people have general knowledge about, but cryptozoology means that you're studying things that a lot of people aren't familiar with. So I just find that's really honorable of you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
So you said you've had over 20 years?
His sound is off.
No, not over. I started in 2007.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Blaine, this one's yours, big man.
Do you believe Bigfoot is a physical creature or an interdimensional being or something else? And what evidence led you there?
I personally believe that they're descendants of the Nephilim. And I think that when it comes to the first part of your question being physical or interdimensional, I believe it pertains on how pure they've kept their bloodline and their genealogy, versus where in biblical times you would say that they had taken women upon themselves and procreated with mankind. I think that if you take the genome of the pure, they would have all the hermetic abilities that they have with the frequencies. But as they take humans into the lineage for their gene pools, you take that and then you multiply that 5,000 years or so. And what are you going to have? You're going to be missing toes because they're not going to get as big. So they're not going to need that 6 toe for stability. So there goes that. They're not going to get past 9 foot when there's certain types of breeding. And then also over time and degeneration of their bloodline, you got to figure not only are they going to have the physical attributes, but also they're bleeding out their light, their divinity from that genealogy, which would dampen what they can do, which brings them to a more dense vibration rather than a higher vibrational being. I mean, that's what I think. It depends on how much interbreeding with humans have been involved over the generations of that particular clan.
Right
Yep,
on.
and that explains a lot about certain areas of the world having different looking Sasquatch or skunk apes. That was something my dad actually, sorry, I'm sliding down in the sofa, but my dad talked about that a good bit, and also about their language. He believed there
Florida.
were dialects too.
He's got a little
Yeah,
law
they have
lag in
their
there.
own language. I don't understand half the stuff they say, but they do definitely have a language. Sorry.
Can you guys hear him? Because I
No.
don't. Okay.
It's okay. He'll be back.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Hey,
I've
Josh, you might.
finished. I was waiting for the question.
Josh, try to go out and come back in.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, it's lagging or something, and your voice will go in and out.
Just go out and come back in again, and
Yeah,
they'll
can
bring
you
you
go out?
right back up.
Yeah, it'll bring you back up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do I? How do I go out?
Just go
exit
back.
completely out.
Mm-hmm.
Then
There he is. He's got it. Sorry, guys. We always have gremlins. That's just the way it is, unfortunately.
I know now it's affecting my camera. I'm like, I don't like looking fuzzy. I don't know
It
what else
does.
to do with it. I've wiped the lens off.
I don't know. It does look different. You didn't switch bulbs or something, did you, Blaine?
No, I haven't switched nothing.
I don't.
see
We
something.
always have something. There he
I'm
comes.
gonna do the same. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay, you go back again. All right,
I
Josh.
think-
I think that's
am I-
good. Yeah,
That
I think
sounds
it's a
pretty
little
good.
better. Yeah. We have issues. We call them gremlins. We have issues sometimes, and it makes no sense, but we just go with it. So, but if you're a little lagging, that's okay. We can hang on for a minute while it catches up. So it's all good. Blaine went back out too because he's having
Now you
it looks
sound
like it's
good.
fuzzy. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Right.
So, I was going to say, I did some research while we were having the technical problems. And for those of you watching, what Josh was bringing up was the Nephilim is referred to in the Bible and
Mhm.
also in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Nephilim come from the Bible in Genesis 6, and they were described as offsprings of sons of God, which were often interpreted as fallen angels and human women. And then there were some that were referred to as giants, and some fringe teachings say that they were literal giants, and there have been literal giants remains, bones and skeletal structure of giants. But the Catholic Church, according to the research I did on that, actually had those bones dumped at sea so that we wouldn't look any further. And but then there's also the symbolic power of their bloodline, and then the fringe theories that they're hybrid beings. So personally, I think that is like what you were just saying, that's where a lot of the cryptids come from. So I know that's a big rabbit hole when we just talked about, but I did want to touch on it a bit more.
Oh, yeah.
The Bible's got
Yeah.
a lot of cryptids. But anyways, even King David, it specifically stated that God has made his legs like hinds feet, and in that language, when they're saying hinds, they're saying he literally had deer legs. He was, I don't
Yeah.
know, you call it, but he was a satyr.
He was a satyr. A lot of people don't realize that. Josh, that's pretty intense.
I don't know this. Just like the petrified mountains you see are giants and titans. they were alkalinized from Noah's flood because of pH levels that it would have been, and the only remainder of that water is Lake Natron in northern Tanzania. Anything that touches it turns to stone because the pH is 10.9.
Isn't that something? Blaine, I've got another question for you for him.
What patterns have you personally observed in Bigfoot behavior that most people overlook?
Oh man, when they're very protective of their territories, but once you get, it took 12 years to get them to accept me. 12 long years.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, dude, I've had rocks thrown at me the size of dinner plates. I've had crap thrown at me and stick to my face and wrap the whole way up around me. I've been through the
Oh
ringer
my
with them.
God.
I've even been grabbed up. That's when I learned they had 6 fingers. But yeah, so there's those aspects. But also when they imprint on you finally, when they accept you and they imprint on you, the game changes. And it's different. They become overprotective. Like I could be in the woods and I see a herd of deer coming up, and I'm like, "Hey, deer!" And that thing wants to blow its snout or stomp its foot at me. They'll growl at it and buff charge it.
Damn.
They're protective over their gifting table. I mean, I have 2 photos where one was a deer took an apple off the gifting table, and they broke compound fracture both legs, smashed his rib cage in, and squished his head on top of a log. Blaine, you've seen the pictures.
I saw those.
Then there was the one where the
Jeez.
raccoon stole from them. There was literally a 6-toe footprint embedded into that raccoon. Blaine saw that picture too.
Oh man.
Thou
You
shalt
know-
not steal.
I was like, oh,
Mhm.
trash panda.
Trash panda. I love it when he says that. He makes me laugh so much.
Yeah, me too.
So, Gwen,
Mhm.
let's get a few more questions from Mr. Josh.
There we
We've already
go.
read that one.
Oh, we
Oh.
did this one. Let me get off of here. Wait,
The next one.
I didn't delete it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Okay, and I totally. Okay. By the way, we are now on Roku and Fire Stick.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, I've got more information on that, so I'll be talking to you, Gwen, and letting you know, Blaine, an update. But Gwen, we got to have a technical update.
Yeah, buddy. I don't see it on here. I've
buddy.
been trying to look at it, but I can't find it. So it must be something technical. Yep. All right, here we go.
Hey, Blaine, when this is over, can you share this to my group page, please? If you would.
I will. If it'll load up, I might have to send it to your email and let you you share it, but we'll get it done.
Here,
We'll
let me get it
absolutely-
out some for you too, okay? While
Yeah.
we're here.
All right. So, have you noticed any correlation between Bigfoot sightings and paranormal activity? Good question.
Of course. I mean, there's. I've even seen what they're scared of.
Really?
have-
What is that?
I don't know what the hell it is. They are 2 bars of light that roll side by side. They don't bob. They just go straight or they turn. But they are 2 bars of lights. They look like headlights coming through the woods, and they got a yellowish hue. They will drop their food and flee the area when that is coming. If they're scared of that light theme, I'm scared of it. No
Well,
lie.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You're scared of
I'd
it.
be
You
the
better.
weird kid that ran into the woods to capture that. So
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
They don't
I
like it.
don't
There's a reason.
Yeah. I've also seen the blue orbs. I've gotten footage of a blue orb manifesting into the figure of a cloaked Sasquatch, but it was a yellowish hue because it was lowering its vibrational frequency to a grounding level that was more dense, and it has to go through the colorations of its aura as it manifests into its full form. But the higher energy was the light blue, where it was in orb state, which is ironic that the Nag Hammadi and even the Apocrypha of John, they both state that the archons, they had dog ones, they had several of them that resemble cryptids of today, but they all have spheres. And when you're looking into the divinity type of role, that sphere is a sphere of light. It's an orb.
interesting.
They're able to manifest through those. It's through energy
We
and
talked
vibration.
about that the other day, that orbs actually can be portals.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We were
Well,
talking about that in class. Now that
I've
makes
noticed,
sense.
I've noticed with my night vision gear on doing night surveillances and stuff, I've realized that orbs actually will cast a shadow on a tree when it's going by. And orbs will literally cast a shadow, which proves that not only is it a luminous light form, but it has mass to it in some form of an other. There's density in there. Because otherwise,
Yeah,
if there was no density form of mass of any sort, it wouldn't create a shadow.
that's right. That's right. It wouldn't have anything to
And
stop the
it's
light.
ironic. You get to these orbs, they're either going to be pull a willow or wisp on you and pull you into where you don't need to be going,
Right.
or a lot of times you see them manifest into a creature. To say
Right.
all about energy.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, did we change the name of the show?
Oh,
I was like, man, I'm pulling one of it. Didn't change the name of
Lord
our show
Almighty,
already.
I edited it, but obviously not
That's
enough.
funny.
Lord, I'm so glad you caught that, because if it had gone on the whole show, I'd have been like, what?
Well, I looked at it, I was like, did we change the name?
No, I'm just stupid.
That's funny.
So Josh, I gotta ask you, have you had any other cryptids interact with a Bigfoot, or you've seen one and then you see another, specifically fairies or fae in relation to Bigfoot?
All right. As it comes to Faye, are you talking about the little Tinkerbell things?
Yes.
I got one of those on a night vision surveillance. I didn't even think of fairies. I was like, whoa, look at that bug. And I even put it in short, is this a bug or a fairy? Because that thing looked, when you went frame by frame, that thing had a little bit of a weird human kind of shape, but I thought it was a bug. But then another time, uh, one of my friends was down there with me, and this, I thought it was a bug messing with him. He said that it had a light on it or something like that. It was getting in his face. So I don't know. But I do know that I got a bug or fairy one time on my surveillance. I don't know which it was. I lean towards bug because I haven't analyzed what a fae's true nature and being looks like, the physiology of it or anything. I focus on the Sasquatches and focus on the Cynocephalus because they pack with them in my location.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you. If
They
they
pack,
packed where you were.
yes, they pack together. They hunt together. They coordinate together. I
They
mean,
protect.
they protect me. Like this one time, I just released a thing the other day about it. My friend went with me, and I wanted to see what would happen if he went down to the camp without me, and I posted up in a ghillie suit from another position. They took it as when he was coming towards me that he was hunting me because they thought I was hiding from him, and they literally was they coordinated an infrasound attack on him.
Oh, geez.
Uh-oh. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Excuse me.
I mean, he had two dog men. But it was weird about their pattern is some crazy 411 crap. I'm telling you, because when he's moving, they had two of them. One's going clockwise, the other one's going counterclockwise, circling his perimeter. That's a highly predatory tactic, and I think that has a link into the 411 cases when it comes to some disorientation because what they're doing is a psychological warfare where no matter where you would turn, you're turning your head because they're constantly in your peripheral vision. They're
Yes.
always there. No matter where your head turns, you're seeing one in your peripheral, even though it's only two.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start to turn, you become disoriented. You're getting hit with the infrasound frequencies. So then you're further decapacitated and you see your opening and you think it's the way you're going and you just go that way. And then they hunt you.
That's interesting. I know in Goju, a martial arts, that's a tactic that when you're going for your black belt, that's one of the tactics because they circle like that. You know, one's going to the right and the other one's going towards the left, and then they cross each other.
Right.
When you defend yourself, you know, from multiple attackers. And it is very effective, and it's very disorienting. I got you a question, Gwen.
What is the moment that convinced you Bigfoot is real, not just possible?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I would go in the woods, and they'd be because I didn't like my father-in-law at the time, and he didn't like me because I wasn't good enough. But yeah,
Oh,
go in the woods, and I see these people peeking around trees at me, and there's cows outnumber people in this area, like hardcore. So I turn around, I'm looking at them, I have a cigarette, I'm looking, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then they poop out of the tree. Then when you start going towards them, they run off down in the ravine. And it's happened for the longest time. And I'm like, man, I started getting weirded out by them. So I started calling them inbreeders, and I'd flip them off and cuss at them. Then they throw rocks at me. And back to my wife, I'm like, man, I was like, this is some hills have eyes crap back here, man. They're a bunch of inbreds.
you're
So then
laughing, you poor thing.
I got trail cameras. I set these trail cameras up, and then the one took my trail camera and tried to hide it.
Oh, man.
So what happened was I got 7 frames of its face and part of its hand, and I'm like, holy crap, we got monkeys in Pennsylvania. So I started feeding them, right? For 2 weeks we'd go out there. My wife would take care of her dad, and I'd be out in the woods camping with the monkeys, getting my night vision. And then I started seeing things that they can't do. I'm like, whoa, what the hell did I just say?
They
Oh, this ain't
revealed themselves to you then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't right. Like these ain't monkeys. They can't do these things. So then I started collecting data. I've done so many experiments down there to test their personalities, to test what triggers
Yeah.
them, all of that. I've done so many experiments that will blow your mind, and it's crazy. And, it's been over 19 years now, and it took 12 years to get them to like me, but I was persistent.
Here
That's
you go,
good.
Blaine. This question is right along with what he said.
Have you observed patterns in behavior, migration, territory, or interaction with humans?
All right. Well, where I'm at, they're there year round, I've noticed, but I think that they're going subterraneous into abandoned mine shafts and whatnot. And that covers the migrating point. But I have been followed. They've followed me
Really?
40 miles. And like, say I go out there after a while, if I go out there, bi-weekly, if I miss a week and I miss, it's that third weekend coming, ain't there, I'll start getting slaps on the house here.
Now, he's not the first person that said that on the show.
Uh-uh.
If they miss something, they brought all the peanut butter jars back, remember?
Yes.
Oh, what do you feed them? What do you do peanut butter too? Hey, Jeremy.
I left the peanut butter jar down there, and then I went down to the ravine, and it was set up. It was empty. It was a big one, It was set up with a rock over it, using the rock and moss as a filter from the overrunning water from the this natural springs and stuff that go down the drain for the ravine, Yeah, I've seen that. So they literally was using it as a cup, and they set a rock system up so it wouldn't move, but in a sense, it was using a moss type of bedding to filter. I thought that was unique.
That is.
That is unique.
Smart, too. Very smart.
Fire. The only thing they have ever truly stolen from me was ferro rods. They always stole my they always stole my ferro rods.
We're Southern. Every time somebody says something, we gotta throw our hand
Well,
up.
if they pop in or say,
we
hey,
don't want to interrupt you. Somebody comes and says hi. If you see us
Right.
wave, that's what we're doing, Josh.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
We're just being Southern. Hey,
Southern.
hi y'all. Hi y'all.
Hey, y'all.
We should have that on our shirt. Hi y'all.
As your mom or them. Yeah.
Mom or
He's your
Nim.
mom and them. That's right. Yeah. Hey, back
It's a
yonder.
southern
Good
thing.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, back yonder. Hey, y'all. Oh my Lord.
That's funny.
Okay, Gwen, I think this is a good one for you
Okay.
because I want to know this. I've been wanting to know this since I talked to you.
Okay. Have you ever had an encounter that genuinely scared you or changed how you investigate? And what happened?
Yeah, what did
Lessons
happen?
learned. Lessons
Look
learned.
at his face.
Oh shit! I did an experiment. All right, it was me and my buddy that was down there with me. He kept because there was the one we called Chaco was up on a ridge because it slopes up. It was prone position on the ground,
They
watching
call
over
him
us.
Chaka Gwen.
Chaka, oh, that's how I'd call it. Chaka Kabuki Poo.
Oh my goodness.
So cute.
But
You
yeah,
know what's funny, Josh, is we named Lee's skunk ape. We named him Chaka too.
Named him
I,
Chaka.
well, what was scary about this is this actually made me pray. Um, my buddy's like, look, man, I think she likes me. She's like following and watching over me and stuff. I'm like, no, she ain't. She's watching me. She's guarding me. He's like, nah, she's watching over me. I was like, all right, dude, we got two-way radios. You go left, I go right. See who gets followed.
Makes sense.
So we did that. She got up, went tree to tree, followed me, paced me. So we went back, paced me back, and laid right back down in a prone position. So I'm like, dude, told you. He's like, well, I wonder if they protect you. I was like, you want to find out? He said, sure.
Oh Lord.
I was like, all right, dude, get that metal fire poker. I'm going to stand in front of my feet right here. On the count of three, I want you to swing it down. Pretend you hit me over the head with it. Counted to three. He swung it. I dropped over my hammock and I laid there like this. And I was watching up that ridge. The fire was ripping. So I was able to see all the eye shines and everything. I'll tell you what, instead of going up to the crouching position and then standing up, she sprung the whole way up to the eyes going like this, bobbing. And then she went to come down. Another something up there pulled her back and let out this bellowing like scream. It was like, holy shit. Look,
God.
it was a scream. And then next thing you know, all this stuff come flying into the camp from our right position. A tire came in, branches, rocks, nuts, anything you could think of that nature had to offer was being plunged at him. Like they were just chucking it at him.
Oh, shit.
And then while this is happening at the same time, I hear two large, I don't know if they were squatch or cynocephalus, but they were coming down the hill on the other side of the brush line on all fours. They were both on quads charging down the hill, doing a rear flank on him while the other ones had him distracted. They were literally coordinating a kill attack on him. So I jumped up, pulled up my my chem light, and I was waving around, dancing around, whooping, and I grabbed my buddy up, gave him a noogie, made it show him we were playing. Everything stopped. Everything was quiet. This was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then after that happened, about 4:30 in the morning comes around. He's laying in his hammock snoring. So his this way, my head no, his head was this way, my head was this way. The fire was in between us. Okay. About 4:30 in the morning, my night vision shuts off. Like literally, because I was doing perimeter scans. I use thermal. I use night vision Gen 2, night vision IR, full spectrum cameras. I use Tascam for my audio. I'm very fluent with my equipment. And it died. I was like, shoot, I had 75% battery. You just shut off. I hear. And I look, the white cynocephalus dog woman, I should say, that I call Paula, peeked around the tree. Now his head's here. He's peeking around the tree. Back.
Oh.
I'm going, dude, wake up. Peek around the tree. Back. And I'm trying to wake him up, and he's just snoring. He ain't hearing me. She got down. She moved like a cat. I swear to God, she moved like a cat. But she got down, prone position, went underneath of his hammock, and then her head would pop up about where his chest is. She looked down at him, look up at me, and pop the head back down and get back underneath. Did it like 3 times. After the 3rd time, when she came up the 4th time, laid her head on his chest, like her ear was on his heart.
Damn.
Like literally listening to dude's heart beating.
And he's
And
asleep.
yes!
He's knocked the F out.
I mean, violating. And then she started sniffing up to his neck, and when she got right here, he opened his eyes. And her face curled up, and the gums were like a G.I. Joe. Remember the old boy
Yeah.
in the 80s? That's how big those gums were.
Oh,
And this is a white one, mind you. It's a white dog woman. And her whole face wrinkled like National Geographic crap. And I'm like sitting there like praying at that point, please don't eat my friend.
Yeah.
Looked up, I heard a grunt from the tree line. Turned to look where the grunt came from. Looked at me, looked down, curled the face back up again. Looked up at me with a straight face, looked back down with a curled up face. And then nudged him with the snout, and it took the tip of its tongue and licked it right here, just the tip.
Lord.
Looked at me, did that motion, and walked off into the tree line where I heard the grunt come from the one that I called the handler.
Yeah. Get
That
your
is
ass
awesome.
No, it
Oh
wasn't.
my
Man.
God.
All right,
It
we have
wasn't.
a kind
That
of a
was
question.
scary.
For any of the Squatch tests, were any of the tests done with music or musical instruments? When I was 4 years old, my dad told me a story growing up in the Hudson Valley area that there were Squatch family that would tap trees, and he heard voice tones that were trying to match the rhythm of his alto sax.
Interesting.
Nice. Yeah, I go down there. I play acoustic guitar for them. I even play Metallica for them on the guitar.
I bet
Like
they
for
like
Nice.
it.
stuff. Yeah, they like it. But I sing to them. I sing, I'll put my Bluetooth speaker on when I'm not live or nothing or recording. I'll put on the Bluetooth speaker and I'll have Elmo on there, Herman the Worm. And they like kids' tunes. Like the stuff that my kids' playlist from years ago. They like that playlist. And then I sing to them, and they also like a couple biblical songs like Sanctuary. They like that one. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they'll sway back and forth while you're jamming. You have the fire ripping, they'll sit there and sway back and forth.
That's funny. Just please tell me you don't play Baby Shark for him, because I would just die. 'Cause that song irritates the hell out of me.
Oh no! Or the Barney song? No! Oh no!
Whoa,
Baby shark, do, 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 do.
please stop.
I hate
Please
that
stop. I'm begging.
Please stop! Poor Blaine's gonna come out unhinged here. He's not singing it, but she's
They like Herman the Worm, and I hate that song. I was sitting on a fence post, slapping on my left knee, chewing on my bubble gum, chomp, chomp. They like that one. And I
Oh,
sit there. You go to this is where people mess up whenever they're doing field researching with them. They're going in there with this attitude that these things are bigger than me, so I gotta have myself going in bigger. So I'm gonna go in there and show yourself and stuff like that. It don't work like that. Treat them like a classroom of kindergartners, man.
It's
Like
the idiots in the paranormal field that go and provoke spirits. I
That's
look at them like, are you just straight up dumb? I mean, I tell them, because it's probably the same with Bigfoot. It's like, if
they love the
I walk into your house, say, Josh, I walk into your house and I start dog cussing you and telling you all this, you're going to do 2 things to me. 1, you're going to kick my ass, or 2, you're going to shoot me out of your house. And it irritates me because I think the Bigfoots are such majestic creatures to begin with. And why provoke them? You know what? I hope a Bigfoot just bitch slaps one of them, knocks them against the damn tree, and knocks her dumb ass out.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Oh, sorry, I had my little rant there for a second. Lee got me all started up with that damn song.
That damn song. That's why I put the banner up for just a minute.
Oh, you were asking about other cryptids as well. I've also ran into Allegheny.
Ooh, talk to us. Tell us something.
Tell us.
Oh man. Well, they were at battle with who was that? The Lenape tribes in the histories. Allegheny County, Allegheny River, all those Alleghenies, the forest.
Yeah.
That was a war settlers.
Oh, big time.
It was Allegheny land. They're a race of white giants. They're very slender. They're different. They're different. They're not like kind of the giants you think. They're different. They're all skinwalkers, and they have barely any features to them. They look like their faces look like skeletons. Their eyes are sunken back. You don't see a nose feature, but they have long black hair. Their knees
I hate you, Sean.
they're jointed, and then behind they have another joint like a canine would.
Oh.
And whenever they go to move, my wife's seen this one time because it was watching the house the one time because I was feeding them too. It bent backwards like this, and its head came up, and it crawled underneath the fence, and its knees banged off the fence going under it. Its rib cage literally contorted.
Holy crap.
They ain't they people call them pale crawlers. They come out of the caves and abandoned mines.
I've heard stories about that.
They freak me out. Whenever they communicate, it's always clicking. It's a series of clicking noises, rhythmic. That's how I talk to them when I call on them in. See, I'll do for the Sasquatches. I'll either go cha, or if I'm doing that and I'm not getting a response, I break out my owl call because they love mimicking owls. I blast that call. Next thing you know, you're hearing it. I blast it back. You hear it again. It's closer. And it keeps getting closer and closer every time we transfer that call until it's about 15 feet away. Then it'll just shake a tree.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It is.
What else we got, Lee?
She's looking.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
Oh.
You're muted. She muted herself. Unmute yourself.
She heard us.
How that happened.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
So
this
one's a funny one. I'd push that wrong button. Had to, Blaine. So do you think Bigfoot sightings are ever connected to UFOs? Because a lot of people believe that they've talked about a theory of Bigfoot being a part of an alien.
I've only had one weird thing like that happen down there, and there was another YouTube channel out there with me, camping with me that time. It was Great Outdoors Biggie. So he witnessed this. We were in the woods. It was late at night. They had the fire going. We're using night vision equipment. Next thing you know, I believe it was from the east, there's light. The whole woods was lit up. We thought the sun came up, because there's tree canopy and stuff, We thought daylight was there. We thought it was daytime. We had time to snuff out the fire, gather our gear together, and head up the hill. And then whenever we left the woods, right afterwards, that light went to the west and disappeared off into the distance. Now, for us, it was a half hour, 45-minute experience with that light being there. But my wife, his wife, and my father-in-law were on the back balcony when this occurred. They said that this disc-shaped light just came in, was there for only 15, 20 seconds, and then it was gone. But to me and him, it was a half hour, 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like they had a time slip, man.
Yeah,
it was.
Sorta.
And we didn't even notice. We had time to put the fire out, put the cover over the fire, then get our bags loaded up, tear down our gear and go up the hill. And they're saying it was only 15 seconds or to 30 seconds. I don't remember, something in that time range. But yet we was down there all that time.
That's interesting.
I don't like spaceships, man. I'm scared of that crap. Just like I'm scared of the ocean. That's where the real monsters are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You can't drink all of that. So, it's either, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of water. Oh, look what I found, Blaine. Chaka!
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I ordered that. That's Ron Howard's brother, right?
Yeah,
I did
Clint
not.
Howard. Yeah. The little kid that played on Andy Griffith always had a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Oh,
Leon.
Okay. Cute. Leon, that's right. Good day, Richie. How are you, darling?
That's our
Okay.
fan from Australia.
yeah.
Yeah, we
All
love
our
her.
shows.
She's
Thank you
so
very
That's
much.
awesome.
Christy. Yep.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's very knowledgeable, and her questions are the best. All right, so this is going to look weird. I know, but I'm curious. There's a creature in the paranormal that's called a creeper, and I wanted to see if you've seen anything. Now, I've just got a picture that represents it. This is not what it actually looks like, but it's pretty close. I just wanted to see if you've seen anything like this in what you've been doing.
That's one of those things I was telling you about, but the legs are wrong.
That's what I wondered. Yeah, the legs of this one is not what I
Yeah,
saw.
come on.
Those legs are too long.
They gave it too much features in the face. There ain't that much features in the
Yes,
face.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
definitely not real, but
And then they messed up the back leg. The calf retracting point is halfway down where that extra
Right.
joint is. It's halfway down that calf, not down by the ankle, because that's a totally separate thing.
Nicole is
That's
asking,
right,
is that a
Nicole.
rake? Is that supposed to be what they call a rake?
Some people call them rakes. Some people call them pill crawlers. Then you have in these regions where I'm at, they got the Allegheny, but they haven't spoken of Allegheny in who knows how long. That's when I trace things back, I try to go to its roots.
Right
And
on.
that's
So tell me about your YouTube channel.
well, for years I was doing my own research down there, and I would document stuff, but I'd never release any of it. I'd take it home, I'd save what I thought was cool, and throw the rest out, delete it, because I was afraid of the black coats and the helicopter kind of thing. If the wrong people seen that, I didn't want to disrupt the family down there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that heat. So I'm going on all these Bigfoot groups, Bigfoot believers. Yeah, right. But you see people claiming stuff is legit, and then when you look at it, it's an opposite word, and it begins with S. It rhymes. Legit. You see a bunch of hoaxing, and then when you call them out on it, they don't like it very much, because I look at key features. Well, look at those forearms. Those arms are too short. Their hands should not be by the waist. Their hands should be cupping the bottom of their kneecap. First thing you look at is arm length. Second thing you look at is the distance between their thighs, and then the distance between their knee and their ankle. There's certain things you look for that a human just ain't going to be able to hoax. And they didn't like that in me. I look too deep into things.
Dude,
Especially when
we do the same. We've done the same thing with certain paranormal investigators. It's like, no. That's.
I mean, hell, I have got 6 toes and 6 fingers, and 2 rows of teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you told me that before, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense, because they eat a variety of different foods, with plants and animals and whatever you give them.
Well,
Plus
the
they
one
have
cast, that I had a dental impression in that was perfect was from a pineapple. It took one bite out of the pineapple, and that was about, I'd say, a good almost half of the pineapple was bitten with that one bite. I buried the pineapple and I casted it. There was 2 distinct rows of teeth on both sides. It was one bite. And then another sample that I had that I casted was an apple that was bitten through. And I casted that in a CONDOM. I need to be appropriate for younger generation. And pour the plaster into it and hold it. My wife taught me that. I was able to cast the apple. Sure enough, 2 rows of teeth. But that one had some broken teeth.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
That.
Sorry, Lee.
My wife out the cast altogether. I didn't. I'd just go in there and plot plaster on the ground when I first started. My wife's like, "No, man, that ain't how you do it. I learned this in veterinary school." So she'd take me out there and she showed me how to do it. No, my casts come out about that thick. They're heavy now. They don't just shatter.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too good. You got a thin cast and start walking out of the woods with it, and you trip over a log or something. Boom! There goes your cast.
Oh, that would suck. Oh my God.
Especially if it was 21 inch or an 18 3/4. Those are heavy.
Right on.
Yeah.
And I got to get with you
Right.
later because I want to get one of your casts. Just so we can show it on our table when we do events. I think that would be cool. And I'm gonna make sure it's Josh Joyner gave me this cast. You know, I'm not gonna go like some other people have done to you and say that they called it. I'm like, no, I didn't do that. This was given to me by my good friend Josh.
Yeah, I'd like to get one, but I'd like for you to sign the back of it.
I've given some, and I used to for 6 months. I used to raffle and rubber raffle with this cat.
Sorry, y'all.
It was dated, the location, length, width, all that was on there. And I even paid for the shipping. I did that every 6 months on my YouTube channel for a while. And I was just giving my casts away. As far as I see it, if I want a cast, I just go out there and cast it. I just gotta get plaster. I know where to go.
Like I told you earlier when we were talking, I was like, dude, I want one of those casts. Just to have one, because I'd love to see the 6-toe cast you always get.
I'd like to see that too.
He made perfect sense when he told me the reason they have 6 toes is for weight distribution.
It does make sense. So that would be
Because-
like a monkey-like primate.
Yeah.
Well, what you got to figure is the 5 toes ones. They max out about 9 foot. When you're going to 11.5 foot, 15 foot ones, they need that extra tarsal for their balance and weight distribution.
It makes
also,
logical sense.
They have that extra.
It makes a lot of sense.
For trees.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Dad always said that. Hey, Christy. Hey, Jennifer. That, you develop that extra when you're having to climb trees to get your food or to get out of the way of whatever. And you would develop those kinds of teeth over time if you're having to chew to make your own leather, for shoes and stuff. And who's to say what they can do with tools? So,
Yeah.
just a lot of this kind of comes back when you talk about this. Question. All right. Do you think the government or agencies know more about Bigfoot than they admit?
Take a missing 411 map of the United States of America. Take a Bigfoot sighting map of the United States of America. Take a salt mine map of the United States of America. Take a ancient pyramid map of the United States of America. Lay them all on top of each other. Oh, yeah, and add the excavated giant remains map on there too. They all line up 100% perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They're identical. Where the pyramids were is where you have your giants excavated, and that's where you're having all your Bigfoot sightings and your Cynocephalus sightings, and yeah, it's deeper than people think.
Dude, I believe you because I work for the government for good Lord. Let's see, since 1985, so 41 years I worked for the Air Force and the government. Yeah.
Oh, you never saw that. This
All
never
I know is
happened.
they pay me real well. So the reason I work for them.
I'm trying to figure out why we have so many Bigfoot sightings in South Carolina, where Gwen and I live.
Mm.
I mean, they started about 45 minutes from us, and then they were at 30 minutes from us. Now they're up the road.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally, we've got friends that own property. We're going to go out there and see what's up. Here's the map you were talking about, and you see where Florida is. We'll bump it up a little bit, and there's Georgia, and we're right in the middle of all that cluster.
What
What
is
is
that
this,
map?
the
Of?
big-
'Cause I can't read it.
Those are, this is Bigfoot sightings of the United States.
Okay, gotcha.
You should check out where the ancient pyramids were in the United States. You'd be shocked. You never
Ooh.
believe there was so many.
Well, it makes sense because they've been found all over the world. So why not us have some?
Well,
You're
true.
right. They got it. Let us have it.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I'm telling you, they all overlay perfectly. All those different, even the 411 map, they all overlay identical.
That's cool.
The Sasquatches you're seeing today are the giants of yesterday.
Yeah, makes sense.
It makes sense.
They didn't disappear; they just started hiding.
Best hide and seek champion in the world, man.
So yeah.
Yeah, I got my husband that shirt. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. What you just said. Kabam. Good. Okay, so this one is the Bigfoot. Now, they've got little dots all over the place, you know, for individual sightings. There's been more Bigfoot sightings than there have been pyramid located, but those are the pyramids of the United States.
Going up the East Coast, though, see how they would go along the same perimeters where the sightings are. It also goes with excavated giants.
That's insane.
That is insane.
It is.
I wouldn't have thought of putting that together. All right. Got it. All right, Gwen.
How has this changed you personally, your beliefs, your fears, your worldview?
Well, as far as fear turns you into prey. My beliefs, every dang on thing that I go through this stuff always leads back to the Bible. I've gotten sucked into studying a lot of biblical stuff and a lot of ancient, like Sumerian, Babylonian. I got a lot of old books.
Told you, Lee.
Yep.
You know, I study a lot. Just like, you know, when you look at those 12 tribes of Judah, they ain't all people. They ain't like you and me. I mean, the tribe of Dan, it even tells you that they're reptilians. You know? The Noah wasn't even like us. He was a luminous giant. He was a giant that glow in the dark. Needless
That's
to say.
cool. Well, there
Yeah,
goes
that
stealth
falls on
mode.
Lee.
Yeah, he had no stealth mode. None.
I bet he was the worst hide and seek champion ever, wasn't he?
I bet he was too. All right, Blaine, you get the last question with Josh, and this is the question of the night, and it's going to be great. You ready?
Let's rock it. Would you say to someone who thinks Bigfoot is completely fake?
Yeah.
Go.
What would you say?
The bubble. I'm not here to convince you. I don't care what you think about me for knowing, not believing. I know. So laugh at me, scold me, do what you want. I don't care. You don't believe in them, don't believe in them. That's on you.
Thank you. That was
You
a
might
good
want-
answer, man.
That's
That
a
was like,
very mature answer too.
It ain't my business what you believe. I ain't pushing no narrative on you. What you believe is what you believe.
exactly, dude.
I love it. That's beautiful.
But you've got backed research. It's like, okay, you don't want to believe what I experienced? Good for you. Go live your happy life. That's the way I look at things.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
On my channel, like I go in the woods, I set all these different surveillance cameras up, audio recordings, like everything is on there. It to me, my YouTube channel is really a big hard drive for me. I empty my SD card. I put a little happy beginning and ending to it, a little tooth at the end, and there you go. There's my whole SD card done. I might have to break it into segments. It's my record vault.
Right on.
Yeah, I understand.
Things that recollect on it. I mean, just the public part of it, that's just because there was a few people who wanted me to make it public so they could see it. And I did it out of courtesy. I wasn't even going to share nothing. I got talked into it.
This is a personal journey for you, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking for fame. Like I said, I got like 1,087 followers or subscribers on YouTube. I love that they subscribe to me. They're gonna learn stuff. I think that's awesome. But I'm not even chasing subscribers. You know, numbers mean nothing to me. What it means to me is that I am building a relationship with a species that everyone is taught that is either not existent or to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afraid you're prey.
Dude. I like that.
I like it too. That's beautiful. Well, we are about down to the end. Those of you watching, please see Josh's YouTube channel below. It's Squatch Topic P.A. Okay, so she subscribed to you. So you're getting more people interested in your work.
I've subscribed to you anyway,
exciting.
brother.
I did too. That's how I found you.
I don't even care about subscribing, but I did it because you're my friend.
Thank you. I like you.
People go and subscribe and like our channel, our YouTube channels.
Yeah, please go out there and subscribe to ours too. I'm looking for it. Hold on. And if anybody has any other cryptid sightings or experiences, Cryptid Nation AANTV, All Access Network Television at gmail.com. And I just wanted to say, I'm going to caveat off of what Josh said. Jess and Josh Joyner says, thank you for subscribing. Be your authentic self. That's
my
him.
wife.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh.
Yeah, well, let me get my thing out before we go off air. You guys had 1,000 choices for your entertainment tonight. You chose us. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
All right, have a good night.
More great content coming from where this came from. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next week on Cryptid Nation.
Bye. Have a Squatch Topic.